Hello, internet. I don't even know where to begin. I'm filming this in a complete state of shock, which I know is probably distressing and is probably giving go have a sleep. But I honestly feel so numbed out right now, and so disorientated that I feel like the only thing I have to do to place this situation is to finally address it after 2 weeks of sitting back, watching certain things unfold and not being able to get any clarity from the person that it involved, who was I guess, like, in an odd way, like, I don't know if you can, I haven't processed it enough to, if you'd want to call it love bombing or whatever, but it seems to me I have experienced a version of that, being told that I'm the love of someone's life, being asked to marry them before this social experiment, being adored throughout behind closed doors, being hurt by what I saw, but wanting to work through it and have a conversation and get clarity, and, you know, to be met with, being, I guess, further humiliated in a weird way. That's more of a feeling. I don't know if it's fact, but I feel further humiliated in the fact that the story goes right now, in the last 8 hours or whatever, I flew here and I went to the live show to show up for my partner, and support them in their experience, and then obviously later on address my feelings of, like, hurt and, like, work through them like all relationships do. But before I could even get back to the hotel, it's actually crazy, went to the after party with my, I guess now ex, crazy thing to say, and was dumped in the party. I was told that there are confused feelings there, do with that what you will, and that they had realized in the house that I wasn't the person that they wanted to spend the foreseeable.
Drama recap: JoJo Siwa's most recent breakup. Let's get into it. This is JoJo Siwa. She is best known for her appearance on the TV show Dance Moms, however has been able to make a whole career out of this since. She's become a bit of a social media personality in recent years, and most recently has turned into a bit of a meme because of the song that she released titled Karma. This is Kath Ebbs, a queer actor and DJ who is very passionate about advocating for queer rights via their Instagram and social media platforms. Kath is best known as the now former partner of JoJo Siwa after announcing their relationship in November of last year. The drama circulating these two at the moment is mostly about their breakup, specifically about the video that Kath released 18 hours ago, which was on April 26th. This is Kath's video. It takes place outdoors with them introducing it while explaining the shock and hurt that they are currently experiencing. For those of you who aren't familiar, JoJo Siwa was on the most recently aired season of Big Brother in the UK, and so there were a lot of rumours that came out of this and a lot of speculations, particularly about JoJo Siwa and her co-star Chris. Kath explains that as Big Brother is kind of designed as a social experiment, that those participants are not able to communicate directly with their loved ones, meaning that the whole time that JoJo was filming the show, Kath was unable to actually speak with her directly. This obviously puts a lot of strain on any relationship, family, friendship, or other, but because of these speculations and rumours, it made it a lot harder for Kath. The only form of communication that Kath had with JoJo were videos that JoJo could record each day that would then be sent to Kath privately. So in these videos, which is relevant, JoJo constantly made Kath feel validated about their relationship, made them feel secure, pretty much just told them how much JoJo loved them, that sort of thing. Kath has described that they did feel hurt and betrayed when watching how close JoJo got with Chris, however, felt secure in their relationship, as JoJo, in the messages that she was sending to Kath directly, kind of suggested that there was nothing for them to worry about. So Kath, feeling somewhat validated in their relationship, feeling secure, thought, I'm going to be a good partner, I'm going to go and visit my girlfriend. So they got on a plane and flew to the other side of the world so that they would be able to kind of celebrate the conclusion of this experiment with JoJo. Kath states that although they showed up for their partner and was there when filming kind of concluded, that when they were at the after party later that night, that JoJo broke up with them. Kath said that, you know, they were very hurt and very surprised at this, and that JoJo's reasoning for ending this relationship was because there were mixed feelings, and because that JoJo realised in the experiment that Kath wasn't the person that JoJo saw herself with in the future. One thing I did find interesting that Kath said in their video was that JoJo didn't take long to follow through on these thoughts. So I believe that they were referring to Chris, and that it didn't take long for them to become somewhat physically intimate in some capacity, whether it was a hug, a kiss, or something further than that, I don't know. But I have also seen other sources say that JoJo definitely has kissed Chris, but I'm not sure if that took place at the after party, before, after, not sure. I personally think that obviously if you're spending close proximity with someone else, and you are, you know, kind of curious within your sexuality, it's not unheard of for someone to kind of have feelings or develop mixed feelings for their current partner and whoever they're spending time with. That is not an excuse, obviously. There are many instances that have come out of Big Brother where JoJo was overly flirtatious with Chris and crossed boundaries. In Kath's video, they described it as emotional cheating, which I would 100% agree with. And I think that it's a horrible thing for Kath to be going through, and I do sympathise with them. But that being said, I don't think that what JoJo is experiencing in her mind, if she has caught feelings, is unbelievably uncommon. But I would say that she's definitely in the wrong, and I think that's kind of the side that the media is leaning to as well. I'd also like to make it very clear that JoJo's past dating record does not reflect well on her at all. The first girlfriend I remember JoJo having, I remember there were some old tweets found after they broke up which were homophobic and racist. I could be wrong, but I do remember there definitely being something about her saying the N-word on Twitter prior to JoJo dating her. And then there was obviously JoJo's relationship with Avery, which turned into a very big thing on the drama side of TikTok. I won't recap all of what happened there, but there are definitely videos that you can find on that. Obviously, being a celebrity, it doesn't shield you from having emotions and making bad decisions or anything like that, but I do think that this will most likely be detrimental to JoJo Siwa's image. She's already had to overcome so much in terms of how people perceive her. Like, a lot of people out there don't like her already, and I think that this will only strengthen their case against her. I think in terms of her dating history, as I said, it's a bit patchy as it is. I don't think this will help that at all. And I'm honestly quite surprised with, kind of why she would do this. And also, I understand that a lot of people are also wondering why Kath felt the need to make this video. I think that Kath's just sharing their truth. I think Kath is fully entitled to come out and say these things. If you, again, go back and look at what Avery had to say about her or their relationship with JoJo, it doesn't sound like JoJo is the best partner. But then again, every relationship is different, and we do need to be wary that this is social media and people will do anything, say anything to get attention. So yeah, always keep that in mind.